Alright guys, welcome to Tropeacetic. It's time for a different series. It's Final Fantasy. We're playing the first one of its many re-releases. Let's hit new game here. Alright, I don't know how to read any of those, so we're going English. So I am playing the PSP version, which I believe is a slightly enhanced version of the Final Fantasy Origins release of the game on the PlayStation 1, which I think itself was based on the WonderSwan version. I have played a fair amount of the NES version, never beating that game. For the PS1 version, I have beaten it. For this copy, I've actually never even bothered loading up this copy, so I don't know what sort of differences there might be between those. So just be aware. Down, down, up, up. So this team is just about right. We're gonna name them here. I'm gonna go with Rob is our typical black magey character. I thought about it, and the PPM seems like the right choice for white mage. I'm keeping the thief here. We're gonna actually make it Angie, because I thought of the people who've been on this show so far, outside of us principals. Angie is the most thief-like, not because she steals, but because I know she becomes a ninja, and you know what? I think the real-life Angie could easily be a ninja. Plus, her sprite is, the thief sprite is not exactly, I guess none of them are really gender obvious, which is kind of cool. So, but the bandana, the headgear really helps with that. This is usually the front of my party when I play this game. However, not this time. We're going to go with the monk this time around. And that will be moi. So there we go. This is the party we're going with, which is a party I haven't exactly played with before. Trying to think if there's anything else to say before I get started. There are going to be cheats. For sure. Let's go ahead and get the opening stuff here. We'll talk about that some more. Yeah, I knew there was going to be a cutscene of some sort. The world lies shrouded in darkness. Of course. The winds die down and make the desert slightly more livable. Why is this a bad thing? Wow, those flashes aren't great. The seas rage. Raging seas usually they rage because of wind. But the wind died. So, whoopsie. The earth decays. What's that leave? Fire? I think that just leaves fire. Those are clouds. But the people believe in a prophecy, patiently awaiting its fulfillment. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come forward. After a long journey, 4 young travelers did at last appear. And in the hand of each was clutched a crystal. Oh, I don't remember that symbol. And they just, I forgot, it just throws you right in front of Corneria. So, okay. Interesting. A shortcut to the bestiary. Bestiary, how is that supposed to be said? Somebody let me know. Oh, this is interesting. You can go straight to the, oh, I can't go straight to the world map. How do I don't know how I get to the world map. Okay. Weird. We got a key items menu. Nobody should have magic yet. Oh yeah. They screw your monk right off the bat by giving him stuff he shouldn't be using. And I think, I don't know, I think this might be a reference. I feel like you would default him to being equipped with a staff, but he's equipped with a knife, which makes me think of the character Black Mage from Brian Clevenger's 8-Bit Theater sprite webcomic based on Final Fantasy I, which is why I'm leaving him with a knife. Formation, you can't do the thing. There's no front row, back row stuff to worry about. Let's config. I don't know what that means. We'll leave it default for now. Let's pump that up a bit. Window color. No, I'm going to keep it preset. Okay, not a whole lot to worry about there. Cheats. You can see in the lower right there. Gil is maxed out. I also have infinite HP and MP already turned on. That said, I believe I'm still going to have to do a bit of grinding place to place, because if I recall correctly, one of the situations that you run into here is with the spells. Anybody who's played the original game will remember you go up levels, you unlock one of the 8 spell slots, and then you can assign 3 spells to each slot, etc., etc. This uses MP, so it's not that system, but I do think there is still, and maybe I'll see it if I look in the status screen here. No, or I'm just not seeing it. I do believe you still have to be a high enough level to purchase spells, so there might be some of that has to be done. So let's go into Cornelia and talk to the king. Oh, Cornelia. Cornelia? It's not what I remember. Let me in. The king is searching for the prophesied warriors of light. Those crystals, you must see the king at once. Yeah, I'm right here. Welcome, travelers. I am told you carry crystals. Is this true? Yo, right here, man. It's just as Lucan's prophecy foretold. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. Your Majesty, we cannot be certain that these are the warriors foretold by the prophecy. Yet they stand before us with the crystals. I cannot dismiss this as mere coincidence. Crystal bearers, there is a task I would ask of you. Will you not rescue my daughter, Sarah? Oh, Sarah was her actual name? Because he's King Steve in 8-Bit Theater. I thought he just made up Sarah. Garland, a knight once in His Majesty's service, has abducted Princess Sarah. I ask for your aid in the name of His Majesty, the King of Cornelia. He is literally asking me already. I don't need you, Chancellor. Garland has taken refuge in the Chaos Shrine, which lies to our north. Of course, we did attempt to save the princess ourselves, but Garland is the finest swordsman in the kingdom. We have none who can match him. I have heard that you wish to journey to the continent to our north. The bridge leading north was lost long ago, making passage impossible. If you can rescue Sarah, I will have the bridge rebuilt as a sign of my gratitude. Go now, warriors of light, and do not fail me. The whole time I was way more interested in these chocobo statues. Those are some funky looking chocobos. Oop. I walk and talk. Gotta see what people are saying. What are you saying? Our reports say that Garland fled north with the princess to the Chaos Shrine. Okay. Oop, there's nobody even in that one. The king is searching for the prophesied warriors of light. Those crystals, could it be? You are behind the plot, guy. Okay, I'm noticing... Interesting. I've got some weird stuff happening with the frames when I'm moving in the game, but it doesn't look like it's getting caught by OBS, so I don't know what that means. Garland was once the greatest knight in the kingdom, but power consumed him and he lost sight of who he really was. Oh, it's moved its location now, too. Huh. Please, please save Lady Sarah. I wonder what that is that's causing that. And if it's not getting caught on the capture, I don't know that I want to worry about it. Her Majesty is overcome with grief. She's shut herself inside her chambers. Please, try not to upset her. I'm going to upset her. I am Jane, Queen of Cornelia. Please, please bring my daughter, my Sarah, back to me safely. I see now it's way down there. I'm going to have to... It's not really bothering me so much, except for I do find it weird that it's happening. My sister. I want my sister. Why you got... Oh, I didn't have to... Oh, I did over there. Okay. Okay, new guards. Oh yeah, so far, guards. I didn't see any cooking staff or anybody else, did I? Hi, this is Cornelia, the City of Dreams. It sounds like it's the City of Corn. Can you go into... Oh, you can actually go into the buildings. I'm guessing they're just going to teach you how to play the game. I know how to play Final Fantasies. Especially updated ones like this. Hi there, I'm a dancer. What's that? You want to dance with me? Hee hee. Okay, that's very strange, but whatever. Restore the crystals to Grace. I don't know who Grace is. Alright, this team is not gonna be real expensive to run, is it? I guess I'll upgrade the Thief's armor. What does that do to... Yeah, see, I don't know. I'm using infinite HP, and I'm thinking if I keep their evasion up, I won't have to deal as much with status effects. Yeah, that's a lie. Don't buy the wooden nunchaku. Small knife, wooden staff, sword with a slender blade, and a hammer made for battle. Well, yeah, you've got to give the white mage the hammer. Like, it's just hilarious that she uses it. Accuracy down, but that's okay. We do need some other damage output. That actually didn't affect her accuracy at all. I don't know if I should hang on to these weapons. Obviously, I don't need to sell them. Oh, please, you must rescue the princess. But, I don't know if the ninja's going to be able to throw in this version, because that is such a common thing. Alright, black magic. Well, of course, fire. And of course, thunder. Sleep or focus? I'm going to say focus, I guess, although I'm not sure that I'm going to really use it that much. Maybe I should just, like, not bother with the extra things. Yeah, she's going to get Dia. I don't know what that's really supposed to be. Since this is supposed to damage all undead foes, I don't see the point of cure. Because I don't know that I can target that at the enemies in this one. We don't need to do that. Let's just give Blink for the same reason as what I was talking about with evasion before. There was a guy back here. What are you doing? Sage Lucan said something about finding the crescent moon, then he just up and left town. I don't remember this Lucan guy. The king truly believes in Lucan's prophecy that the warriors of light will come to save the princess. Yeah, we spoke. Please rescue Lady Sarah. There is one thing about the sprite movement. What the hell is this place? Oh, I bet you he cures status effects or something. When they are transitioning the NPCs from one square to the next, it's done slowly, but also it blocks your access. I don't know why they did it that way, because I don't know, there's no reason to really do it that way at this point in time. I once lived far to the east of here in the harbor city of Pravoka. These days, I hear it's turned into a pirate's den. As in Bick the pirate? Alright, so we're gonna want... Yeah, look at this! Look at this, it's so nice to be able to do this after Dragon Quest. Just be like, yeah, look, I can buy several at once and not have to think about my freaking inventory space, you know? Okay, let's go around and fight a bit. Okay, so I believe that... Oh, I didn't expect it to have the description at the top there. I believe this has auto-target if the black mage can move next. Thank you. He does. Okay. Oh, that's so great. I don't have to worry about frickin' oops, we killed the monster and now this person's not going to do anything. Because that was always just awful. Let's take a look at what this looks like. Cool. Spell effects look nice. Music is extremely well remixed and remastered, I would say. Slap, slap. So my experience playing the original Final Fantasy game is, if I recall correctly, on the NES cartridge, which wasn't mine. Oh, we all went up a level, and yeah, we're all going to go up levels at the same time, which is hilarious to me. The NES cartridge was not mine. It was my cousin Carrie's, who I've mentioned many times, especially when talking about RPGs. And I believe the memory save function in that game only actually saved one game. Where you Zelda and Dragon Quest, you had 3 separate save slots. The way I remember the NES one was it didn't. Or I guess it's possible that it did, but maybe Carrie was using all of them? But that's not how I remember it. I remember it as there just being one. And so, of course, I wasn't going to save over her stuff. That wouldn't be cool. But that also meant when I tried to play this game, I would sit there, put a lot of time into it, and all I would ever do, the farthest I would ever get is the pirate city of Provoca, getting the boat from Bic, and then not really knowing where to go from there, and having spent a lot of time by that point anyway, so just saying, well, gotta turn it off, and oh, wow, okay, those levels came nice and fast. Just, you know, moving on to something else for the day, and that's that kind of thing. So I didn't really play this game deeply until it was released on PlayStation 1 as Final Fantasy Origins, which also gave me my first chance of playing Final Fantasy 2, which might be next, but not necessarily, but it is going to be one of the next few. In which I'll be playing the 20th anniversary version of that on the PSP as well. And so it wasn't until there that I actually, you know, got deep into this game to see what it's about. I never liked the story to Final Fantasy 1, in part because it felt like it was just a collection of famous RPG bits, which is why this game might be very, very tropey, if my feelings are accurate in the slightest. As a result of that, I don't even really remember. I know we're going to see Garland again later on, and I know about the 4 fiends. But otherwise, I just... This was important in the sense that it established something major, obviously. 2 got very experimental in a way that I felt like took me out of, you know, how I want to play such a game. 3, I barely even touched because, of course, they didn't release it stateside until way later. And what did I play that on? Was that on the DS I've got that? But it wasn't until 4 that I said, oh, maybe they've got something here. And 6 is actually the one that made me a gamer through and through. And that was well after it had come out. I was hoping we were going to get up to the next level a lot faster than this. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of what else I can really add to that. I guess what I'm saying is, these opening parts I have plenty of familiarity with, but once I get to once I get the boat, I'm going to be going off of a guide. I have a physical and digital copy of the Final Fantasy Origins strategy guide, the Brady Games one. So I'll probably be using that. And that's really just going to be like, okay, what am I supposed to accomplish in this chapter or that chapter? But maybe we should move closer to the Temple of Fiends here so that we can get some stronger stuff and then maybe more experience there. So yeah, for me, I would say I feel like the first true Final Fantasy, the way that I like my Final Fantasies, would be 4. And then there was a string of time there where Final Fantasy just did no wrong to me. And that was 6, then 7, then Tactics, then 8, then 9, then 10. Then 10-2 happened, and I said, this is weird. What are they doing all of a sudden to my Final Fantasy? then 11 came out. That was weird too. Didn't like 11. And it seems like nobody liked 11. I shouldn't say that. Some people like 11. I don't. Ooh, yeah, these are a lot higher in HPs than I expected. 12 was fine. I have it for PS2 and the Steam version. But there we go. Now I'm going up levels again. The Steam version is the only one that I played deep into. And man, I had one of those... Yeah, because I don't know how many... I had one of those awful, awful situations happen where I sat down one day and I was playing a long session of that game. It was when it came up on my Bonanza. And I played for like maybe 6 hours. That's a long time for me to be focused on one thing, let me tell you. And saved, exited, Steam lost my cloud save on it. And next time I loaded it up, I'm like, why am I here? I shouldn't be here, per se. So I never actually saw the end of that game. The 13s, the first 13, I thought was really cool. And then it kind of went backwards the more I played it. Here we are, Chaos Shrine. Oh, Chaos Shrine. I thought it was Temple of Fiends. But, ooh, Skeletons. I don't know why I call them that, by the way. It's just, I do. You're just gonna have to deal with it. It's not like a regional thing or anything. I just find it funny to call them Skeletons. Anywho. It's kind of like Rob likes to call the dodge dart the Dodge Dort. Oh yeah, finally hitting all of them with that spell, huh? Where was I? Oh, as I kept playing deeper and deeper into that game and realizing it was one of those, and we've got a trope for it, which is the corridor style games, I was not into that. I also wasn't into the characters or the story. Then I bumped my mic. Then I got to the next game in that series, 13-2, I think that one was called. And it was buggy as hell for me to get that to work. And I'm talking about legit copies, by the way. I'm not talking about emulator stuff. In fact, I played it at all thanks to an emulator, which really angers me to no end. That the preferred way for me to play something is that. Like, no, that shouldn't happen. I have yet to touch... Well, 14, another MMO. There we go. That's what I wanted. One more level. Now we can fight our duder here. I haven't played 15 yet, or 16. I do want to. Look at all these bats. What are you doing over her, man? The king will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for his daughter's life. Cornelia will be mine. Who's there? The king's lapdogs? Do you have any idea who you're messing with? You really think you have what it takes to cross swords, gross, with me? Very well. I, Garland. Okay, it's been a while. I forgot he actually said that. This is another thing that I thought was a Brian Clevenger joke. I, Garland, will knock you all down? Ooh. Like, man, he'd only be more dangerous if he called us a butthead. What a joke. I don't think he has any status effects, so we'll just bash his brains in and, you know, shock him a little. So yeah, that's my Final Fantasy stuff. Some stuff that is on here that I've only played a little bit, and a couple things I haven't played at all that will be a part of this series is the Mystic Quests. I've never touched those. Final Fantasy Legend, I believe also. Same situation there. The Chocobo stuff I have, and I plan on, you know, doing those here as well. There's something else I forgot to say. Oh, I just love. Oh, I can't show it. But it's the fact that I could just hold down the button and they all attack. I don't have to manually wait and select each one like in DQ games. Which I think was true with the NES version as well. Oh my god, a bat is in my hair. Get the bat out of my hair. You've come to rescue me. I don't know how I can ever thank you. I am Sarah, Princess of Cornelia. That's the first time anyone's ever defeated Garland. You must allow me to show my gratitude. Please accompany me to Castle Cornelia. The sprite head nod. I forgot how much they do the sprite head nods in Final Fantasy games. Thank you for returning my daughter to my side. There can be no doubt that you are the warriors of light from Lucan's prophecy. You should hear the prophecy in its entirety. If I may. When darkness veils... We're going to read all this again? Oh, if they cannot gather the shards of light, the darkness will consume us all. The 4 crystals will never shine again. Now, I hear that a crystal can be found on the continent to our north. Restoring light to the crystal is our only hope of ridding the world of the monsters which plague it. Which plague it? I will have the bridge to the north rebuilt, as I promised to all my constituents years ago, and just needed a reason to finally do it. I pray that you succeed in restoring light to the 4 crystals and to the world. I won't be helping you at all. I'm taking care of my bridge. Oh, are we going to get a bridge building scene? RPGs do like to do that. Oh, so this I always found weird. I don't remember if they tell you at all or not, but you have to talk to her, because she has something very important. This lute has been entrusted to the princesses of Cornelia for many generations. When he abducted me, Garland took this lute as well. I want you to have it. It may aid you in your journey. Okay. We got the key item da-na-na-na sound, Final Fantasy style. What do you got to say? The dancing girl in town knows many odd bits of information. If you stray from your path, try talking to her. She may know something that can put you back on course. Really? I didn't know that. Oh, hey, you should thank me for you doing your job. I can't thank you enough for saving Lady Sarah. Very good. Thank you. I've been assigned the important task of defending Castle Cornelia. To be honest, I'm a little nervous. Why? Nobody's been over here. Nobody does anything here. The beautiful lute handed down for generations to the princesses of Cornelia is said to have a unique power. It can shatter the gateway of evil. Ooh. Okay, so right off the bat we see that they aren't just repeating their lines to us. Some of them are, but there's been some changes, so... Oh, yep. Is it just going to change? No, come on, give us a bridge building scene. Yep, let's watch some sprites hammer some wood. Orders from His Majesty. We're to do our part to fulfill Lucan's prophecy. There they go. I just knew it was going to happen. Oh, video games. Oh, 2D sprite RPG video games. Hello? Okay. What does this bridge have to do with the prophecy? The 4 warriors of light are here. They're here in Cornelia. Okay. All right. Let's talk to this dancer. I want to see what she says. Who the hell are you? You weren't there a second ago. I don't remember that in the slightest. Okay. So why aren't you still here? Weren't you supposed to be crossing that bridge to the north? You must really want to dance with me. Hee hee. Okay. Okay. Well, so that's the beginning of this game. We have just seen the opening. We've also seen something I don't remember seeing in the slightest, which is really, really strange. We're about 30 minutes in. I think this is a good time to cut this out here, and we will get on with our adventure. The next episode, we will for sure take care of visiting Matoya's cave and knocking some sense into the scurvy-ridden pirates under the less than caring, watchful control of Bick the pirate. And then maybe the elf stuff after that, and then after that, like I'm going to have to go by the guide because I won't remember. So take it easy, guys.
Let's Player needs food.